Welcome to week 8 of this Belly Dance for Flexibility course with me, Lindsey Marie Silver, here at Little Egypt Studio in Scotland. In this session, we're going to enjoy opening up deeply through your hips, releasing through tension in muscles of your legs, and opening up through heart space before really enjoying sinking deep down into your own relaxation and just enjoying being. Let's enjoy. Coming into alignment throughout your whole body, let's relax and release and unwind. Take a deep, nourishing breath in as you soften through your knees and bring your hips into neutral. Deep breath in. And breathing out. Deep breath in. Bringing your hands up overhead. We're going to lengthen through the full length of our spine. Bring the crown of the head to the sky. Tailbone sinks to the ground. Bend through your knees. Soften. And we're going to release our arms. Bend through your knees. And raise upwards. This time we're going to bend more through knees. Relax your neck and shoulders. Deep breath in your own time. This time we can forward fold out of our hips, bend through your knees. Perhaps your head tumbles down towards the ground. And we can just ragdoll out here as you gently move your hips side to side. And your head moves towards the opposite side. Relax through your shoulders, bending more through one knee than the other. Just to help facilitate that opening up through the muscles of legs. And then in here, you can bend. As you come into center, bend more through your knees. If the floor is accessible to you, you can place your hands. And we're going to just bend out through our knees. I want to start to really warm up through the hips as well as the legs here. So you bend through one side as your hips move over to that side. Extend and then bend through to the other side. Keeping a bend throughout and bringing your tailbone gently up towards the sky. Aiming to have a nice straight back. But don't force that. Keep it nice and soft through back. Feel that increased oxygen flow to your brain. And just enjoy relaxing shoulders, relaxing your neck, perhaps wobbling out gently through head. And in your own time, bring that back into center. And then at center here, option to return back to standing position, or you can join me in lowering your hips down towards the ground and bring the crown of the head up to the sky. Here we can come into gentle namaste, and you can bring the knees out wide. Recalibrating through each of the muscles of low legs, upper legs, opening gently through hips. Now, if you're just joining us in this session and you didn't do one of the previous sessions beforehand. So if you're just warming up, just do move into each movement gradually, smoothly, slowly. And you can shift your weight forwards here. You can start to raise up through your hips as you place your hands out in front of you. Gradually unwinding your hips up to the sky, extending perhaps through the back of your legs. And then gently unwinding. It's a smooth, gentle movement. And we're just easing ourselves out of that stance back towards a standing position. Raising hands up towards the sky here, opening out wide. This time we're going to bring our hands towards the back of our head. Take the elbows nice and wide. Bring the shoulder blades together and slide them down your back. So you've got a nice long lean neck. Bend through your knees. And keeping the elbows nice and wide, maintaining that release through your chest. If you feel to, you can take a big wide stance and bend through your knees. Keep the knees in alignment with the feet so it doesn't collapse inwards. You're going to open up through the hips. Open up through the shoulders. Deep breath in. As you breathe out, we can gently come into center. You can bring the toes forwards. Bring the elbows forwards now. And here, with a slight bend through your knees, you're going to bring your chin to your chest. Use the hands to do that. And then just gently return. Elbows wide. Raise your hands up to the sky. Lift through your chin, perhaps an inch or two, to where it feels good for you, with alignment throughout. By your side, rotate the palms up towards the sky. And as you walk your feet back into center, take a little moment to notice, do you feel more open through your chest? Do you feel more expansive through your heart space? And already, do you feel more grounded through your legs, your feet, perhaps your hips? Take 3 deep cleansing breaths here. Breathing in. Suspend the breath. Bring your hands to heart space. And as you breathe out, we're going to release our hands down to our sides of our hips. Release the breath fully. Breathing in. Raise your hands up. Suspend the breath. Hands come into heart space. Suspend the breath for as long as feels good for you. And in your own time, you're going to release the breath fully. Bring your hands down to your hips. Exhale. Let's try one more cleansing breath. Breathing in. Suspend the breath. Hands come into heart space. Feel that expansiveness as your body utilizes all of that nourishment. And then in your own time, release the breath. Continue to breathe in the way that feels most natural to you. And so you can come down onto a mat, or you can just continue to use your floor space if you want to. Let's turn our toes towards the long edge of the mat. They're parallel with the long edge of the mat, and we've turned them towards the top edge. Step back through the other foot. We're going to keep our hips facing forwards and really open out through that knee. So the heel of one foot is angled towards the arch of the other foot. You can bend through your knee there. If you feel to, you could step that foot out further for a wider stance. Open out through that knee. Keep the hips facing forwards. If you want to, you can bring the hands out to the side. And here, if you want to, you can rotate through your upper half with a twist through the body. Keep that knee in alignment. Open up through there. And here we can lift through that back foot, rotate through the toes, coming down in to deep stance. Now you can remain standing with this here if you like. You can pop something underneath your knee if you'd like some support through that knee joint. And here, you're going to stack the joints. So you're stacking your ankle and your knee there. The hips are in neutral. They're facing in alignment. Aligned with the long edge of the mat there. Tuck the hips under. Use your pelvic floor muscles. And you're going to really open up through the hip here. Opening up through hip flexor. Muscle that's often short and strong. You can open up through the thigh. If you feel to, you can make that even deeper. Deep breath in, raise your hands upwards. As you breathe out, option here to bring your hands down. You can bring them on the inside of that leg. So this is an even deeper release through the thigh, the hip flexor, through the inner thigh. You could tuck your toes if that helps you balance more. Now, if you'd like to deepen and also release through the back of the leg, the hamstring on the further away leg, you can lift up through that back knee, lifting up even just a few inches, an inch or two. You can really deepen that stretch out. For anybody who is keen to enter into splits, this is excellent split training. Don't try to be a hero though. Work towards what feels good for you right now. Deep breath in. As you breathe out, if you've raised that knee, you can place it back down towards the ground. Untuck the toes. You can slide the hips directly back. Bring your hands back and bring the toes in towards you as you extend through that front leg. So we're really releasing out the full length of the back of that leg now. Now in this position here, one of your hips might seek to lead. So the hips come out of neutral in the angle. But what you want to do is just ensure that you've got the alignment all the way through. Now what you'll be seeing in me right now is a little bit of extra tension through the back of my hamstrings today. I want you just to be aware of that. And so for me, I'm aiming to keep my back nice and straight. Deep breath in. As you breathe out, shift your hips forwards a little if you need to. Bring your toes towards the mat. And then you can bring that foot all the way backwards. Here in the center, take a nice wide knee position, or you can keep the knees together, but definitely bring your toes together. You can lower your heels, your hips down to your heels, and then lower your chest down towards the ground. Lengthen out through your arms, release your neck and your shoulders. Release through your back. This one is also beautifully restorative for each of your organs, your digestive system. Just rest out here for a moment. Deep breath in. As you breathe out, gently unwinding back upwards into center. Ask yourself how you feel. And then coming back upwards towards standing position, any way that works for you. You can imagine a ribbon attached to the crown of your head. As you come upwards, take a nice big wide stance. Take a moment to notice if you feel a difference one side of your body to the other. It's quite possible and almost probable. So on the other side now, we can open up through that front leg, the heel in alignment with the arch of the other. Keep the hips facing forwards. Keep that knee in alignment with the toe. If you want to, you can step your foot back. Make a wider stance. And we're going to take this lunge into here. Doesn't that feel good? Make sure that knee hasn't collapsed there. It's nice and open. You can gently twist round through waist if that feels good for you. Still in alignment there. And here, raising your hands to wherever helps you to balance. You can lift through the heel, rotate round through the ball of that foot. So the hips are in alignment there. Well done. Bend through that front leg. If it feels good to you, you can come down, lower yourself down into that deep lunge. Well done. Hips in neutral. Use pelvic floor muscles. Lengthen out. Deep breath in. And as you breathe out, you can bring both hands if you want to. You can either hang out there or you can bring both hands to the inside of that foot. Alignment through your spine. Really lengthening out through that hip flexor and the thigh. Now if you'd like a little bit deeper release, take a deep breath in. As you breathe out, you can tuck your toes and raise just an inch or two, whatever feels right for you, through that knee. Deep breath in. As you breathe out, place that gently back down, untuck the toes. And you can slide the hips back as you walk the hands back. And you can raise through your toes, keep the hips in alignment. Lengthen through the back. You can bring your hand back over the other side if it helps to stabilize you. Feel that deep release through the back of that leg. Breathing in, and as you breathe out, bring the toes gently back down to the mat, and then step that foot backwards, and you're coming into almost a tabletop position, and then you can choose to bring the knees together or to take them wide, but definitely have the toes together. Sink your glutes down towards your heels, and this is lengthening out through your glutes at the same time as receiving all of those benefits throughout your organs, your digestive system, your back. Let's take the hands nice and far, and then relax the arms, shoulder blades, relax your neck. You can just place your forehead down on the mat. And just take a moment to allow your body to release. And restore. Breathe out. We can gently begin to walk the hands into center, unwinding through the spine, coming up sitting. Here, let's bring one foot all the way around. Bring the inside of your foot to the inside of your thigh. We got the toes in towards us. Here, lifting upwards. You can gently fold forwards. And here, the distance that you travel is not what's important. What's important is you have a nice straight back. Oh, gorgeous. Doesn't that feel nice? Deep breath in. As you breathe out, let's walk the hands back into center and then onto the other side. Let's extend through the other leg. Bring the toes in towards you. Bring that foot up towards the inside of your thigh. You might want to just realign and readjust your hips. You want to feel the hip bones press down into the ground. We can raise upwards. Deep breath in. As you breathe out, we can pivot out of our hips. Bring your ribcage up and over the top of your toes. Not literally. But just aiming for that as a visual that can help. So we're staying open through the chest. We're pivoting through hips. Nice straight back. You can take that to wherever feels good for you today. No judgments here. Deep breath in. As you breathe out, gently return your body into center. I'm going to turn towards you on my mat. We can bring the feet together, sit up high on hip bones, and really now, let's release through already. You might notice a difference from what tends to be your natural resting point for your muscles. So what we're going to do here is a PNF stretch, one of the most effective forms of stretching. So I want you just to make sure that you're in alignment through your spine, that your shoulders are in neutral. So you have a nice open chest. Any pivoting forwards that we do is with that in mind, and you're pivoting out of your hips. Okay, so you can place your hands on the inside of your leg and perhaps using your forearm to press down and bring your knees closer to the ground. You're going to really open up through there. Opening up through there. Gorgeous. And then from here, I want you just to maintain that level of tension just now whilst I talk you through the next phase. Now, you can continue on with this, or you can join me in experiencing that PNF stretch. If you'd like to do that, what we're going to do is bring an opposing tension. So you're going to actually contract through those target muscles of your inner thigh and through the hips. And as you do that, you're going to press down in the way that you already are. So one set of muscles comes up and one set of muscles continues to press down. So we're going to do that for about 16 seconds, and then we're going to release the opposing force and continue on with what we're doing right now. So let's take a deep breath in. And as you breathe out, you're going to continue on with what you're doing right now, only you're going to contract now. We're going to contract through the inner muscles. So inner thigh, through the hips, squeeze through those muscles, bring the knees. Try to bring the knees upwards whilst pressing them down. So they don't actually go anywhere, but you contract those muscles, squeeze through the muscles of inner thigh, through the hips themselves, squeeze upwards, and at the same time press down, press down. Working upwards and downwards at the same time, forming an isometric contraction where the muscles don't actually go anywhere, but they are strong. Okay, now what we're going to do is we're going to release that opposing force and continue on pressing downwards. Ready? Here we go. So you're releasing through the inner thigh and through the hips, And you're continuing to press down. Remember to pivot out of your hips with a straight flat back. Chest is open. Imagine you're bringing your ribcage up and over the top of your toes, about a foot in front of you. And then, next deep breath in. As you breathe out, notice if perhaps a little pocket of space opens up for you further. And as you breathe out, you can move into that pocket of space. And just notice how much your knees have progressed down towards the ground. This is your new resting length for your muscles. In this moment, we have literally reset the Golgi apparatus within your muscles. That's your stretch reflex. We've overridden your stretch reflex, and you literally have so much more flexibility. It's like magic. Just enjoy that sensation for a moment longer. Take a deep breath in. And as you breathe out, we're going to release all tension, release any pressure. You're going to bring your body back upwards, coming into alignment through your spine. You might also notice that you can stand or you can sit so much straighter and aligned through your spine, but also with so much ease. Beautiful open hips. You can rest your hands down on your knees for a moment. Deep breath here. We can lift one knee up towards the sky. Bring it in towards you. You're going to squeeze that knee in towards you. On the other side, you can extend that foot away. And then we're going to switch to the other side. Pull that knee in towards you. And then release towards the ground. Wow. Here, let me give you this movement here. We're going to come down onto our waist. And place your hand down. Use your supporting arm. And we're going to raise our hand up towards the sky. So you've got a 90-degree angle through that low leg. The one on top, you're going to have a little bit of a bend through there. We're going to do a side plank. Side plank with a little bit of a difference here in this goddess class. Take a deep breath in. As you breathe out, we're going to raise upwards. Now, you can stay here or you have the option to roll a camel movement all the way down through your hips. Wow. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Wow! You're going to return back down. That was gorgeous. Back down. You can come across to the other side. Onto the other side. You're going to bring 90-degree angle through that low leg. The one on top, you're going to extend with a tiny little bend through the knee, forming a nice supportive frame for yourself. You don't want to collapse through it. Keep it open, long, lean muscles of neck. Deep breath in. As you breathe out, we're going to lift up, form a bridge. And if you want to, you can bring that camel movement all the way down. Wow. Well done. And 4, 3, 2, and 1. Woohoo! Deep breath in. As you breathe out, gently returning into center. Into center here. Wow. And right now, let me invite you to come down towards the ground. If you'd like to bring something for additional comfort, maybe a cushion, perhaps a blanket. Might want to take on some extra layers. You can come down to rest, either in a cross-legged position or down on your side. Or if you'd like to, you can come down onto your back. If you're coming down on your back, you could roll down one vertebrae at a time. Tuck your hips under, tuck the tailbone under, and gently roll down through low back and mid back, upper back, shoulders, your neck and head. Hands come down to the ground. And here we're going to bring both feet out in front. You can raise one knee and just gently grip on. You can interlace your fingers. We can do a lovely rolling release of your glutes, circling round. Noticing deeper mobility through the hips. You can extend that foot away, bring the toes in towards you, and on the other side, raising through that knee, bring it all the way around. So you want to circle the other way. To center, bringing that foot all the way down to the ground. Bring the toes in towards you and then release that. Walk your fingers down to your toes. Allow the shoulder blades to slide and rotate your palms of the hands away from you. Bring your chin to your chest, lengthening through the neck. And release. Take a moment to rest. Feel your feet and ankles sink deeper down into relaxation. Feel your low legs release. Knees and upper legs relax. Relax through your hips. Relax through your back, waist, belly, and chest. Relax through your shoulders and down through your arms. Relax your wrists and your hands. Relax each of the fingers of your right hand. Relax each of your fingers on your left hand. Relaxing through your neck, relax your head, relax your face, relax each of your organs. Relax your brain. Relax. Sinking deeper down and down in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Completely relaxed. Rejuvenating, replenishing, restoring, revitalizing, rejoicing, remembering. You are everything. Everything is you. Gradually returning in 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, coming back in 1. Gradually you can reawaken with a sensation of deep relaxation, filled with warmth, harmony, and joy. If your eyes were closed, you can gently blink them open and bring small movements to your fingers and toes, your arms and legs, shoulders and hips, back, waist, and belly. And then in your own time, if you are resting down on your back, you can gently raise your knee towards the sky, lift your foot up towards you, cross your hand over your chest, push off with your foot, and use your hand to catch you as you roll onto your side. If you're on your side, join us in gently pushing upwards towards a seated position. If you're in a seated position, we join you. Thank you for being here in this gorgeous course. It's been a beautiful journey, and I can't wait to go deeper in our next one. Our next 6-week block is starting soon. Do let all of your friends know. It would be a pleasure to share with them also. Drink plenty of water. Take your time as you come round. If you've enjoyed this video, please remember to like, subscribe, and hit notifications so you can be informed of when the next video goes up. If you'd like to support the creation of these videos, remember you can head along to patreon.com/Little Egypt Studio, where you'll find a community of other enjoyers of these videos. See you soon. Bye.